So we know heroin, it's a highly addictive drug. It can take an enormous toll on a person's life who becomes a user. But there is hope for those who want to conquer their addiction.
Yeah, the Alliance Health Center of Meridian is putting together a conference that will discuss heroin addiction and the therapies to treat it. Fox 30's Chelsea Jones has more details.
Alliance Health Center will examine the prevalence of heroin abuse at its What's New in Addictions conference on Friday, March 11th at North Park Church. Cindy Dias explains why it's important to talk about heroin addiction.
Because it affects so many people, it doesn't affect just any one type of population. It affects people that have a very low income to a very high income. It affects teenagers, adults, geriatrics. It's a drug that everyone is starting to use.
Recent years have seen an increase in heroin abuse. People addicted to prescription drugs are now using heroin instead due to its easier access and cheaper price.
They were able to get prescription drugs in the past, and because of certain regulations, those drugs are harder to obtain and they're very expensive. Some people don't have insurance, and even if you do have insurance, the copay is very high. So people are going to a less expensive type of drug so that they can continue their habit. So they can get it easily online or they can get it out on the street.
One goal of the conference is to help dispel the myth about heroin addiction.
Addiction is a disease. It's a disease just like a medical disease, your heart, diabetes, cancer. And so a lot of people will look down upon somebody that is an addict, but they have a disease just like anybody else, and that disease can be treated. Now they need to make the choice that they want to stay in recovery and go through treatment in order to conquer that addiction. It is a choice, but it can be done.
The event is open to the public and there is a $60 registration fee per person. Social workers, licensed professional counselors, and Mississippi Association of Addiction Professionals will receive 6 continuing education units of credit for attending. Chelsea Jones reporting, Fox 30 News.